In this video, we're going to take a look at working with some F strings. We've looked at this a little bit before, but we're going to go a little more into detail with it. So in terms of basic string interpolation, we're looking at the name Alice as a string variable and then 30 as an integer variable. If we want to print those in the same line, we can just run print F and we make sure the F is there for the F string formatting. And then we will see that if we put the variables in the curly brackets, we can print those out. And you see that here in this first line of the program, my name is Alice, and I am 30 years old. Again, um, we're just putting the variables straight in there, and it allows us to work with integers, floats, and various integer strings and various variable types within the actual string. If we want to format integers, there's a couple different options. So if we look at the first example here, formatting integers, if we have a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 12,345, oftentimes we'd have a comma right here in between the 2 and the 3. So if we format the number with the comma D formatting notation, so we use the colon to say that after the variable we're going to use a formatting, and the formatting then comes after that, in this case comma D. We see right here that we get the formatted number, which is comma 1 2 comma 345, so 12,345. We can separate those with a comma. In terms of working with floating point integers, so if we're working with decimal numbers like pi here, we can format that down to 2 decimal places using the decimal to F format, and you see that here it brings it down to 2 decimal places rounded. If we're working with various things, be it text, be it whatever variable, we can set that to a line within a space. So here we have a center line, and we're just setting everything in between these two um, dashers to give it a idea of what we're working with. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spaces in between those dashers, and here we have our center line within those 10 dashers, our left align, and our right align within those 10 spaces in between the dashers. So it actually sets a space open for that text or variable that is in front here, and then we can place that inside. So it'll center it or left align or right align it. Um, More looking at aligning text, here you see the center, left, and right align all combined together into one kind of alignment, and you see where the left align, right align, and center align move with each other within the text. Notice I can only select, especially the center, that I can select an equal amount on either side because it is centered within that spacing. I can't, it doesn't stop at the end like say this line here that stops right at the end. Also note that we can do a character notation and add an extra character to those alignments by putting in the character right here. So here we have some um, dashes. We can make them various symbols, but we can add those in to make some formatting um, articism, I guess, like a little artistic value to that. If we want to combine some formatting in a single line, like say here we have the number 1.3324. We want to format that number, lining it to the right in a 10 space and adding the comma and adding a decimal rounded to 2. We can do that. And so we have our number here, 1.33. If we want to align with the including dollar signs, so oftentimes we want to include dollar signs. If we try and do it just adding, here's the price, and then we try and print that price straight out, what we get is that the dollar sign does not fit within that string formatting. So here where we're right aligning within 15 characters and having 2 decimal places, it doesn't work out. Where if we instead first format the price within a string, so we format it with 2 decimal places, and then we format that formatted price later on with a spacing of 15. you see that the dollar sign is already connected because this whole string here, which price formatted, took this value and added a dollar sign to it right here. It was able to put that into 15 characters. So those are some of the main concepts within string formatting that you can take a look at. There are some other features within string formatting, but those are the main ones we'll be using in the course.